students. Today we are going to start our book Statics for Economics. Here we start the study with the concept of, you all know that either an old man or a young man or a child, everyone goes to market, purchase something, pays amount for that. It means everyone is engaged in economic activities. Every activity for which we pay something is an economic activity. So the economics is a system in which we pay money and in return we get any kind of amount, any kind of item. This is the basic concept of economics. In the economics, there are different people who are engaged in that. The first one, that is consumer. Who is a consumer? A consumer is one who consumes goods and services for the satisfaction of his wants. What he do? He uses or he consumes goods and services for what? For the satisfaction of his wants. The other person who is engaged in the activities is producer. What producer do? A producer is one who produces or sells goods and services for the generation of income. What he do? He produces or he sells goods and services for what? For generation of income. And what he do with that income? He give that to household. And what household do? They purchase items with that income. Consumer consumes things, so they do the activity of consumption. What is consumption? Consumption is the process of using up utility values of goods and services for the direct satisfaction. When a person uses an item for his satisfaction, it is called the consumption. And what is production? Production is the process of converting raw material into useful things. When a producer converts raw material into useful things, that is called production. So these are the two important part of economic system: consumer and producer. What they do? Consumption and production. Consumer do production, consumption, and producer do production. Now when we go further, then what we see, that sometimes consumers start to keep some amount of money with them. It means they do not spend all the money that they have earned. What that is called saving. The amount of money, the part of money kept by the consumer with them is called saving. And on other hand, many times we see that the producer, what he do? He keeps some amount with him from whatever he got after selling, or he increases the price. He do not sell items on factory cost. He takes some extra amount, and what he do with that amount? He use that amount to increase the capacity of his production unit. That is called investment. So we get two more people in the system. They are savers and there are investors. Savers who save the money, investors who invest the money. So all these four make an economic system in which a person produces something, he sells, there is another person who consumes the item, and after that someone is there who saves money and someone is there who invests money to increase the production capacities. In the economics, you have studied that the scarcity is the essence of economics. In other words, we can say scarcity is the undercurrent of economic problems. It means economic problems arises because of scarcity. If scarcity is not there, then it is very difficult that the economic problems arises, because economic problem arises due to choice, and choice occurs due to scarcity. If there is no scarcity, then there will be no choice, because if you are having more than sufficient resources for your use, then you need not to choose. Whatever you want you can get. But we face the problem of choice. Why? Because we have less resources than we require. In economics, what we do three type of activities. We produce the things. After production, we distribute the things, and someone is there who get the item, he consume the things. So there are three activities: consumption, production, and distribution. All these three activities go simultaneously. They are keep going on regularly. Every time we produce something, as we produce, we distribute that item. As it distributes, someone is there who take it for consumption. Consumption is the behavior of the human beings in which they use commodities for the direct satisfaction of their wants, for which they use their resources or the money or their income. Production is the activity in which we convert raw material into useful things, and after converting it into useful things, we take all the items to the household so that they can purchase or they can consume it. So that is called the distribution. Now keep economics aside, and now we come forward with our main topic, that is statistics. What is statistics? Now when we talk about statistics, we just come up with the idea that it is related to numbers. There are a group of number about which we study. So first time when we got an idea about statistics, it was said by Lehman that statistics is the store of quantitative information. What is statistics? It is the store of quantitative information. So it is the store of quantitative information. It means in statistics what we do, we classify, we gather, we classify, and we study the figures, the numbers, the quantity of different items, for which we tabulate the items, systematically present, and then we analyze all these things. So when we do all these things, all the procedures, we come to know that statistics is a singular as well as the plural word. It means it has the meaning in singular form as well as in the plural form or plural sense. First, we try to understand what is the meaning of statistics in plural form. In plural form, statistics refers to information in terms of number or numerical data, such as population, employment statistics, static concerning public expenditure. However, any numerical information is not statistics. Statistics is the information in terms of number, but every number is not statistics. For that, you need to understand that the whatever the numbers are given here, they should have a sense. Just like a cow has 4 legs. Every cow has 4 legs. So there is no data in that. So it is not called. You cannot analyze this sentence. You cannot do anything with this sentence. So it cannot be called statics. But if we say that average height of children up to 16 years of age in India is 120 centimeter. Here you can say कि average height of children up to 16 years of age in India is 120 centimeter. This is called an static. Why? Because here we have average. Average means the number of data. We have analyzed the data and then we get the final result that average height of children up to 16 years of age. It means there are many children under the age of 16 years and their heights have been taken, studied, and then we got that the average height of them is 120 centimeters. So this is called the statics. Just like if someone say I have 500 rupees in my pocket, this is not an statics. But the same person say that I earned 100 rupees in January, 200 in February, 500 in March, 400 in April, 600 in May. Then this is called an statics, because we can analyze and we can study that figure. So in other words, we can say all statics are data, but all data are not statics. Data means figure. So every figure is not an statics, but statics is a figure. What are the features of statics in plural sense? It is first aggregate of facts. Statics is aggregate of facts. It means that whatever facts we are having, we get aggregate, we do the aggregate and then we use those. Numerically expressed. All the figure, all the data that has been given is numerically expressed. Multiplicity of causes. It means we can use the data for different reasons. Reasonable accuracy. It means the data which is arranged is reasonably accurate. Mutually related to and comparable. All these data are mutually related. It means they are related to each other and they can be compared with each other. Predetermined objective. The objective of data collection is predetermined. It means we knows from before that why we are collecting the data. Then enumerated or estimated. all these data are enumerated. It means a person goes and then collects the data, or estimated. It means we get a sample and we estimate the data. Collected in a systematic manner. Whenever someone goes for the collection, the person collect all this in systematic manner. So this was about statics in plural sense. Now the statics in singular sense. In singular sense, statics means science of statics or statics methods. What is it? It is a science of statics or static methods, in which we study the data, and we study the data in 5 stages. What are the 5 stages? First one, that is collection of data. It is a science of data in which we do the work, we study the data in 5 stages. First one is collection of data. Then second is organization of data. Then third one is presentation of data. Then the fourth one is analysis of data. Analysis of data. Analysis of data. And then the interpretation of data. So this is about the statics and the meaning of statics in both the sense. Now we'll study the scope statics and the nature of statics, limitation of statics in next day when we meet. Thank you very much.